Question 1. How many of the people you follow on social media do you admire?
A large percentage of them. I've sort of really in social media where I keep it quite private. To say if I sort of when I left school, I sort of left it for a bit, and then I sort of thought to myself, well, why do I follow all these people? Because I don't really know all these people anymore. So I sort of unfollowed them.
Yeah.
So it's sort of like I have a large percentage of people that I admire, or brands, or I don't know, just of certain accounts. But then there's like a small percentage where I'm just following them because they might be like a friend of a friend, and I don't want to unfollow them because I sort of know that I might see them, and I know that especially our generation, they take like things like that to heart. So I know that like for them it'd be a big thing, but for me it was the smallest thing ever. Yeah. So yeah, probably a large percentage, but a small percentage is just for following sake, if that makes sense. But I don't really do that much.
The people that you do like follow, like accounts and stuff, have you ever like felt, oh, I really admire them, I really wish that I had like some of those traits, or they do things like this, like I want to do that, or maybe like with their feed it's like, oh, I want to post stuff like that because they do. Do you know what I mean? Like, have you ever felt like that?
Yeah. I think sort of like there's certain people in the public eye, I would say, that are in sort of the fashion world and things like that I admire, and they sort of post things that people might say they find cool. Yeah. But I kind of like want to sort of copy in a way what they've posted, so I sort of like what you said, sort of steal maybe with certain things. But yeah.
Have you ever found yourself like comparing like yourself to those accounts?
Yeah, I think you do it naturally, but I just don't think it's something that you admit. I think that I sometimes I do it when I stumble across people's accounts, maybe in the class. Yeah. Like maybe they've popped up, like in suggestion thing, and I've been like, oh right, and I look them out, and I sort of like judge them like, oh, they're so arty-farty, and I'm like a bit like, oh, mine's just like, I think as well maybe that's the reason why I don't like people, another reason why I don't like people following me, because I know that they will compare my account to theirs, and maybe judge it. So that's why I kind of like having it private, because it has that sort of that
like
safety net. That's why I kind of like it.
Oh. Before posting, do you worry it won't get a lot of likes?
No. I used to in high school.
Why?
I used to get. I think it's because I was in high school, and when my high school it was like a massive bubble. Everyone was the same, and it was all about sort of social media and like like the Kardashians and people in the public eye and like celebrities and things like that. And I used to sort of hated it, because back then that was all it was about. And then when I left, I just learned that it's not for me. I just felt how controlling it is, and how like you sat there and you're waiting for someone to just literally click a button on a page, and I didn't like it, and I just thought basically that it's not real life. It's just the best parts of their life on a page, or not even the best parts, half of it they've stole images from someone else,
Yeah, so it's like have you ever felt that like you can't really, I don't know, like have you ever felt, oh, I can't really compare myself to them because what they post isn't real, it's fake, so why am I comparing myself to something that isn't like real?
Yeah and no. I just think sometimes when I'm sat there for a long time looking through my phone, and I think sometimes I just sit there and think, oh, why did they go and do this? I don't know, really cool things, and go and I would walk past something, but this person would stop and take a photo. Yeah. And it's kind of like things like that. And maybe then I would sort of compare and think, but then I'm not sure if I've ever thought, why bother comparing myself? I just think it's like a natural thing that we do. You can't really control.
Do you think it's quite impulsive?
Yeah. What do you mean, social media or comparing?
Both. Like, do you think that like when you're on social media, it's kind of like an impulse to like automatically be like, oh, like you look at all this like stuff and then you automatically just like compare because like you've seen it and that's how like you react to it. Do you know what I mean?
I think maybe back in high school, yes, but now I think thinking about it now, I more use it as my own pleasure sort of thing.
Yeah.
So me sort of being nosy basically, looking at people who I'm interested in and who I follow, or me looking at fashiony things. I try not to follow people who I personally know.
Yeah.
And I know it's probably not. It sounds a bit obnoxious, but I'd rather speak to them and they tell me than me find out on social media.
So you prefer that like face to face?
Yeah, and I feel like it gets cringy, and I find it just really it's so obsessive about how like certain people get. I'm trying not to mention these people's names. How certain people get, yeah, but sorry, I'm sort of going up.
No, I get it. Like, have you ever like wanted to post for validation on your social medias?
What do you mean for like a purpose?
Yeah, like have you ever posted to get like a response from other people or a reaction?
I would say yes. So I keep bringing this up, but back in high school, yeah, I think it's just, for me, it's very different now. I think because I've learnt when I left high school that it's not all about sort of being liked and things like that. You can just do your own thing. So I think like back in high school, because you would go to, I don't know, these pies and make sure that you post the next day. And now I just do it when I want to. Like for me, it's my own pleasure thing. I just put it on there because I want to put it on there. And now it's just really I don't know, gallery things or photos that I found online that I like. Or I don't know.
No, I get it.
Bits and stuff.
Yeah. If you don't get a lot of likes on like a tweet or like a post, do you or would you delete it?
No, but I know people that do. I have this thing with my cousin and when she does that and I just roll my eyes at it constantly. I don't understand why. I think for her, she's at a situation where she's left school. She's not still in sixth form. She's gone to do an apprenticeship. So for her, she doesn't want to lose that connection with the girls from her school who she's friends with. But no, I've never done that. I'm not bothered. Like I said, it's just for my own pleasure.
Do you think that people would? Why do you think people would do that? Like what?
I think, like I said, I think it's like people are scared of not being on top of their game and of like everyone else's game. They're scared of sort of someone noticing that they've only got 5 likes and being like, oh well, she's shit. Let's just unfollow her and everything.
Yeah.
And it sort of gets like a competition, but sometimes I think do people do it on purpose? Do they sort of, or do they just in their head think of it naturally and feel like I don't know, like it is a competition, or do they personally go out and feel like it is?
Do you feel like say for example, if they posted something that I don't know that they wanted to post or tweet about, and they really like what they posted or tweeted and stuff, but it's like, oh, if nobody liked it, that means no one saw it, so what's the point in you like tweeting about it or like posting it because no one's seen it? Do you know what I mean? Like, do you think that they would take it down for that reason and not keep it up just because they wanted it there, or do you think they would post for other people?
I think our generation, they don't do things for themselves, they do it for other people.
Yeah. I
think that's what you said about them posting it for other people. I think they do. I think some people do it to say, well, I'm here and I'm there, I'm at this party, I'm at that pub, I'm at this. So they're basically doing it just to, show off. Or they're just, inside them, it's sort of eating them alive because the thought of like people thinking that they do nothing, and they don't have a social life, is just eating them alive. So I feel like they just do, people do, sadly, we live that life of posting it and showing off. I think obviously that sort of comes from like these idols, if you would say, and sort of they're constantly posting, and as soon as you go on social media, there's this feed of like what everyone else is doing, and you
Yeah.
sort of feel crap with them, so you feel like you have to prove a point in that way. I mean, I'm living my best life, so I've got to post.
So you think that's kind of like, I don't know what the word is, catalyst, trigger? Like that's like when you see it, it's like, oh, I have to do that too, or I'm gonna feel this way, or I'm gonna be looked at like this because I'm not doing what everyone else is doing. So it's like you kind of force yourself to do something unnatural to your character just so people don't sort of like think you're kind of like boring or like weird or stuff like that. But yeah, question 4, do you feel your social medias reflect your true identity?
Yes and no. I think for me, I don't like getting too personal. So I don't like really people sort of reading me through, sort of, you know, knowing me so well.
Yeah. Do you feel your social medias reflect your true identity?
Back at the thing, sort of, because I don't really post that much, and when I do post things, it's sort of things that I like, or that maybe I find funny, and sort of maybe back in high school, because I wanted people to sort of say, well, this is my world, you know, welcome to my world, sort of thing. But now I don't. I tend to just post what I like around that time. I think because I've changed a lot since, like, I used to post a lot. Yeah. And then a lot of the images I don't have anymore. I've got rid of them.
Why did you want to post a lot? Like, what was it?
I think it was a thing in high school. You just felt forced to do it.
Yeah.
And you felt like you just had to because everybody was just doing it. It was more important. Social media is more important back then than it is now.
Yeah.
For me, I think it's always just been a bit of a sort of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know.
That's fine. Okay, question 5. Do you feel the people you follow show a true reflection of themselves on social media?
No. I feel like a lot of people that I follow are people who I don't know. They're just accounts and I don't know. Things that I like, themes that I like, or people that I like. But there is that small percentage of people that I do follow because either they're in my course or went to school with them, which I don't really follow a lot of people anymore that I went to school with. Because I know I'm never really going to see them again, and they all just post the same things, which is just look at me, and I don't really want that on my feed all the time. I only really go in it to be researching things. But sorry, I just saw she's getting the camera. The arty-farty people, and I know that they're just everyone at the moment is posting things because they want to be as most arty-farty as everyone else. So they say, "Well, look at my work. I go to this cafe and I go and hang out with these people." And everyone's sort of, well, I don't know if everyone always has done this thing, and I've just sort of been lucky enough not to notice in the last 2 years or so. But I feel like I'm surrounded by people again who have gone back to that thing where it's back at high school where they're just posting because they're sort of competing between each other and sort of showing off, going, look how I do this, and how I hang out all these cool people on skateboards who
do you feel like it ever feels like fake to how they are in real life?
Yes and no. I don't know, because sometimes, you know, maybe the social media is just as repeat the question again. What was it?
Do you feel like when people like post on social media, do you ever feel like it's not as real as they make it out to be, and like when you see them in real life, it's like, but you're not that person, like you're completely different to who you are on social media?
I don't know, because I'm lucky with the amount of people that I follow, because a lot of the people that I follow are not really like that much. There's just a few people who possibly do post things, and I know that the maybe the like that in real life, but on social media they ump it up way more than they are in real life.
Why do you think they do that?
what I keep saying, it's kind of like they want people to like them. They're scared of people going, well, you're shit.
So do you feel like they might need that? They might need someone else to kind of give them acceptance online and like validate themselves online because they don't accept themselves. Maybe it's just like they post all these things and they sort of like amp it up a little bit so they get like positive reactions from people to make them feel better.
Yeah, I think it's that thing of our generation, we're all so tough on each other, and I think that everyone's scared of not being liked.
Yeah.
So I think that people do put on this front, you know, everyone puts on a front, you know, I put on a front because I hate, you know, showing my emotions, and
yeah.
I hate, you know, things being personal, but I think people, you know, act like everything's great, and I think that's what social media is. It's an escape to get away from the world that people are living in, just
like reality.
Yeah, and I think obviously sometimes there is certain times when social media is not a nice place to be, but it's what world you create social media to be, and a majority of people do create it to be this nice, happy world.
Yeah. So they sort of like make their own reality online, and that's how they sort of like, you know, like escape from the real world, and then they just like pretend to be this way because they don't want to like face, I don't know, like the negatives of their own reality, or because they don't like feel like they fit in, or I don't know.
I think I've noticed that a lot of people go out of their way to follow a large number of people, either in who they're hanging around with at the time, e.g. in the studio or whatever, and then they constantly post things, so, you know, they feel maybe like they have this connection. I don't know. They maybe feel like, I don't know, look at me sort of thing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Question 6. How many times a day do you think about checking social media?
At the moment, I do a lot, and that's one reason why Game of Thrones. A lot of the times now, I've noticed that I do go on social media is to check things that I like Game of Thrones, or I don't know, maybe just, not gonna lie, multiple times I do check on this donut shop just to see what donuts they have in the day.
Question 7. Do you tweet or post specifically for other people to see it?
No. I avoid with a passion. I try to avoid so much, not thinking about other people. I sort of try to do the same thing that I do in my journal. I try not to think about how other people are going to see this. I try to think about how it's just for my sake and my sake only. So,
do you feel like people that post for others don't have that kind of mindset? They post, the people that follow me, I have to post this so they can see, or like have this thought about me, or have this like perception of me that I'm like this way.
Well, yeah, because, you know, straight when you go on Instagram, you start being controlled. You what you're seeing is being controlled by other people who you follow. So it's kind of like, at the end of the day, it's kind of is your choice because you follow these people. You can easily unfollow them. If you constantly see photos of people, the same people going out, wearing short dresses, you get to a point where you feel like you've got to go and do that, and you have to do that. So it's kind of like you sort of choose who you want to follow, but then, you know, when you choose these people, then it's out of your control because it's just constantly them.
Because you're then seeing what they want you to see, basically. But yeah, have you ever wanted to post specifically for other people in the past?
Yeah, maybe. I think a few times in high school I felt like I remember going on like a power trip, and I felt constantly like I had to post and let everyone know that I was a student that got into this power trip and I went to Paris, sort of thing. And I felt like I had to make sure that I sort of tagged everyone who I hung out with on that thing.
To kind of, did you ever feel like you had to prove something when you posted things?
Yeah, maybe like I was having a good time, you know, things. Like that. But, you know, now I'm trying to sort of get my phone and look like the last time like I actually ended up posting. I don't know where it is. But you're using it, aren't you? I was like, but yeah. Sorry, I've totally
Yeah, no, it's okay. And the last question, question 8. Would you ever use someone else's picture online as your own?
Yeah, do you mean like say if someone that I like posted something and I reposted that?
No, like on a profile, like you took someone else's picture.
On my profile, I actually have someone's artwork as my profile, and it's I have it on all my social media accounts. I used to have my face in there, but I got to the stage where I realised I didn't like taking photos of myself. I didn't like selfies. I realised that very fast when I left high school, that it wasn't my cup of tea. So I've got a photo of David Hockney smiling, and someone's made it out of plasticine. So, but it's kind of like people sort of, I don't know, it's kind of a mystery there that kind of like
nice.
Yeah.
Do you feel like people that do that stuff that would use someone else's picture online as their own is for that sort of mystery as well, or do you think that?
No, I think they want to try to be someone else. I know quite a lot of girls who from my high school who on their profile have a picture of someone else, but it's kind of like not of their face, but maybe of like a certain outfit that they're wearing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like they're trying to, number one, gain more followers, and number two, trying to be someone else.
Why? Okay, thinking about gaining more followers. Why do you think they like seek that? Like, why do you think they need to get more followers? Like, what sort of?
I think it's they feel like they're gonna feel better in themselves, really.
Yeah.
And I think that thing is making sure that they're on top of everyone else.
Yeah. Do you feel like the number of followers can sort of change the way that someone thinks about themselves?
I feel like at the time they feel great, but then I feel like the more it goes on, you start to feel really self-conscious then, because you feel like every time you post something, someone's going to be like, they're going to judge.
Yeah.
It's kind of a bit of an obvious thing, really, when like people say these quotes kind of like that. It's very obvious, but at the time people don't think about it.
Yeah. To be someone else, where do you think that comes from? Like, would they have to have gone through like an experience, or what would they have had to like sort of feel for them to think, okay, I don't want to be myself anymore, I want to be someone else?
What if you want to be someone else on social media?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think with social media it allows you to be someone else who you're not, because there's not that no there. You can be as free. I think you can be as free as you want.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Maybe because I feel so self-conscious in their environment that they're in, that they feel like they have to be. They want to create this person who they actually might want to be, but they can't be that person in the environment that they're in school or in work. Or, I don't know about that.
Maybe like do you think they admire certain things about the person that they want to be? So then they just kind of they just develop this persona of, okay, I'm going to be this person online because at the moment that's the only way I can be them, almost.
Yeah, I feel like as well, online it is a great way to show to become the person that you actually want to be, maybe your end goal of your life. Like certain people that I like, I'm not gonna lie, I do want to, become them people, because I really admire them. I find them quite amusing, and things they say. I like the fashion sense and things they do. So I feel like with social media, it's easy to sort of create that that person who you want to be. Because I think sometimes as well, I think what goes through your mind, you think, well, if I can create this on social media, I can easily become them.
Yeah.
And it's sort of, I found with social media, a lot of people, I don't know if a lot, but I feel like people think this, is that it sort of gives people a hint of who you want to be. So, say if they think, oh, well, she's into this, people presume, they sort of put thoughts of them in that you put thoughts of you in their mind.
But basically, to condense everything that I just like rambled on about, it's like, what about? Well, I guess to you, it's like, have you ever felt like you needed to change your identity on social media because of what you see on there?
maybe I feel like a lot of girls who are my age sort of dress or behave in a certain way, which maybe I wouldn't. So maybe, especially when I left school, I felt like I had to go out of my way so far that I didn't want to be like them.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense.
But why didn't you want to be like them?
I don't know, I just found it, I don't know, I just didn't like it. Obviously it's not very appealing. I think a lot of people our age just get up to just, I don't know, I feel like it's just the age we're living at, just the social media age. It's just, like I said, everyone feels like they have to just do things to prove to people, and it's all just about sort of liking everyone and all this falseness, and
Have you ever felt that you've had to like prove yourself on social media?
Yeah, maybe in high school, not now, because people that I follow are just, they're just people that, you know, I don't really care what they think. They're just, you know. Yeah, maybe back in high school, but not now. I just post whatever I would like to post.
Yeah. Fair enough. Okay, but thank you. That took half an hour.